Well, hi, this is Custom Works, and I'm Clint Allen. This is number 1 in the Injector series. Everything that we're covering here is going to be based on the highest Google searches. So there's going to be several videos here. This one right here covers injector codes. We're not covering performance. We're not covering anything with the T444E. We're not covering anything with the Caterpillar. Just 7.3 Ford POWERSTROKE. And when we start talking here and about the specifics, let's start with CCs. The CC is a derivative number based on not in a single shot. It doesn't mean that if you have a 90 cc or if you have a 120, 140, 180, that all ends up in the cylinder. This is actually over approximately 1,000 injection events. And if you have like a 180 cc, that is only at maximum RPM. Now, the technical name actually is Huey injectors. Now, I know some of you out there are experienced, but keep in mind there's a lot of first-time viewers. There is a lot of people that this is the first time they're searching for injector information. So be patient through some of this. Also, if you're new here, down in the description, I put in our full playlist of all the sensors. We're almost finished with the list, but all the sensors on the 7.3, a full playlist of our Tech Talk videos, our full playlist of all the other videos, including our debunking videos are down there, and a couple extra ones that, well, are very popular. So head down into the description after this and go and molt through and have yourself a watching lesson. So either which way, Huey injectors, just by design, have a maximum fuel pressure that they're able to take. So from a stock configuration, a stock situation, at the fuel rail head, so right at the head, 75 psi is getting into the danger area. Coming back to the bowl, if you're at 70 to 73, right there is about the max that you want to go. Now, some people will say, hey, I run 80 or 90. You're guaranteed you're going to blow out the injectors. Done deal, side of the road. So anyways, in poppets, the poppets that also are inside the internal part of the injector, if you're viewing this and you've got some further questions, and anybody else here who is viewing, go down to the comments, put down there also what you want to learn about injectors, so as we go through these series, I can catch all of those informational requests. But on the poppets, we'll also be covering, if you can't get underneath that armature with a .001 or a .002 feeler gauge, that injector is shot. You need new injectors, all right? But we'll cover that more in depth when we get to rebuilding. Starting with 1994 through 1997 OBS. These have a code of AA. Now, somebody else before you was in there diddling around, and you have anything but an injector that is AA coded, then you need to put the brakes on and find out what that previous individual did. Is there a tuner in there? What's going on? Stock is AA code. Now, where is the AA code? Because I've gotten emails and I've gotten telephone calls and comments on other videos. Well, I looked at my, injector, and on the top it says AP. All right. On the top of the injector, you're going to have a bunch of alphabeticals and a bunch of digits and numbers. So on the top, go all the way to the right. At the right of that top line is going to give you the correct code of what you're looking for your injector. That code could be AAAP, AD, AE, AB. There's some other numbers that cross over to the international, and you really don't want those in there, and we'll cover that when we get to performance injectors, not in this video. So anyways, 94 to 97 OBS, you're going to have the AA injector. That's going to be about a 90 to 98 cc single shot, single event injection, and that's at 11 degrees timing. So moving into model year 1998, early 98 through 99, this code injector is an AB, and this is where the split shot started in the Huey injectors from International. Now, if you're in California, these injectors started already in 97. Not right away at the beginning of the model year, but somewhere around then, beginning production, they started putting a split shot in there. But basically 98 through 99, that code's going to be an AB. That is a split shot injector, and these are 160 cc injectors. Now you're going to have a pilot event. That is the first shot, and then you're going to have the main power shot, and that's 120 cc. Amazingly, almost every injector from 94 through 03 actually works in a 98 through 99, sometimes without any tuning. But anyways, that's covered later. Just thought I'd lay that out for you right now. Next is 99.5 through 2003. This is where things majorly changed as far as injectors, the computer, the IDM, and what's all going on. 99.5 through 2003 is an AD injector and an AE injector. So the AD injector is a split shot, and this also has a pilot event and a power injection event. It's 180 cc maximum injector, so maximum RPM, that's when you're going to get the 180 cc. Once it puts its pilot shot in there, the main shot is going to be 140 cc. Some of the injectors do put out a little bit more depending on who makes them and how the rebuild is done. Stuff like that could stretch into that power shot of 145 cc's. Now in your number 8 cylinder, you're going to have a code AE, and that's going to be, of course, on the top to the right. It's going to say AE, but below that, below the scan code, below the other code, way down in really big letters, it's going to say LL, long lead. And the reason why these were put in there is to stop the 7.3 diesel fuel cackle. I know when I do my basic rebuilds, we put one in number 8 and also one in number 1, basically the furthest away from where the fuel leads in. The AE is basically the same thing as the AD. There's just a little bit of difference, 8 cc basically, extra fuel that it delivers in that power shot. They call it the long stroke injector. But basically, you know, the two, if you put them side by side, besides some colors and the code, visually you would not see the difference on them. But anyways, I hope you've learned something today, and you take it easy and you have a good day, and watch for the rest in this series. You're still here yet? It's over. Oh, I know. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, the little bell, you know, the little bell, and that'll tell you every time I post a new video. Also go root around in my previous videos, and you'll find a lot of interesting content. Until then, go home. Oh yeah, the garbage can's over there. You know, don't be making a mess. You know, clean up after yourself. Go, go.
Listen closely for an instruction.